Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. This should be the last part. Shall we jump in?
It is Eldritch Moon. It's a poisonous mindset. If you don't like me, don't watch me. You will find so much relief because I'm sure I bugged the shit out of some people. I know that. Just like some people bug the shit out of me, so I stop watching them, and I certainly don't comment.
And
HRH. Spread rumors, and I don't call people's apartments, and I don't call where they work. I don't have enough desire.
Rumours? What rumours? What rumours were people spreading? Who was spreading rumours, laddie? No one. People were telling the truth. It's just you don't know what the truth is because you've embellished your story so much over the years that you can't remember what it really was at the start. Like Helen being nasty. At no point was she nasty. Yet in your head she is. And who rang your work? Nobody. You're the one that fucked it up for yourself.
Or mental capacity to care that much about someone I don't know, to put in that kind of effort. Mommy wants to eat some more french fries. Like, if I saw some fat girl eating french fries, I wouldn't say you're so fat.
Oops.
I'd be like, I get it.
What the hell is it with you and Lisa? Some girl. You're not a girl. You've just said you're 57. That's a long way from a girl. I'm sorry, I need to fill my bottle. I should have done it before I started, but... If you're going to get a job and then get all giddy because you've got a swivel chair and you're sat in the front office and you've got your pencil case and your skipping rope and all your fun things on the desk, and you take a picture of the door with the telephone number of the company and then break company rules and do what you were told specifically not to do, and then someone decides to phone up because you've given them the number to tell your boss that even though you've been caught once already and told, you're still at it and you're still breaking the rules. Whose fault is that? In your head, it's the person that phoned up. We know that. But if you think about it logically, lard ass, it's you. Oops, sorry people. Because you're the one that's breaking the fucking rules at work. Because you never listen to instruction and you never follow the rules. Like the job you had where you could wear whatever the fuck you want, even they didn't like your dress sense. And without being asked, you decided to reorganise the whole filing system so that nobody else but you knew where any fucking thing was. And you were disgusted when they sacked you. You bamboozle yourself into a position telling the people, oh, I'm really quick, I can pick things up really quickly, I was this, I was that, I did the other, blah-de blah blah, talking the talk, but then when it comes down to actually doing the work, you can't keep up with it. It's too hard for one person. I can't do that. You didn't give me enough instruction. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. When you said, oh, I'll be able to do whatever in a couple of weeks. I really pick things up quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Why say that when you know you're lying? You have to use your fingers to count. You use words where you shouldn't use them. You can't spell. Why would anyone employ you? I've no idea. If you were living here, you wouldn't even get the interview because you put your date of birth on your CV over here. So they'd see 57, hasn't worked since whenever. No.
Yes, Devin, agree.
They're fucking freezing. Why are you eating them?
And if I'm doing this for the negativity and the money, and I'm begging, why do you care? I don't get it.
Because you're a narcissist. You don't want to lift a finger to help yourself. And you think everyone else owes you a living. That's why you don't understand why we get annoyed. There are genuine people out there that need help. You're not one of them.
Do you go on to all the really big YouTubers like Trisha Paytas, who makes $200,000 a month and just bought a $60,000 Birkin? Do you have a problem with her?
No. Do you know why? Because she fucking works for her money. She doesn't beg. You tried copying her. You wanted to be the next Trisha Paytas, and then you realised that you were no way as good looking as her or as interesting as her. Or as young. Anything that Trisha has, she's got it because she's got a good work ethic. She jumps on what's relevant. She's got a good following. She can do whatever the fuck she likes with her money. It's her money. That's the difference. When you're begging from people because you're in the poorhouse and you can't afford to eat, and then you turn around and spend it on nail polish, that's why people have a problem. Because you're not using the money for what you said you were going to use it for. If you want to buy shite, get off your ass and do a job. Or start an OnlyFans, or do a podcast, or do something and earn your own money like she does.
I think it's pretty insensitive to announce that on YouTube to over 4 million people when the world is dying.
You're only pissed because you can't afford one. Shut up. You're there pontificating about fucking Trisha Paytas and you say nothing about Lisa. Go away.
Yes, Kim Lee. You're right. Thank you for commenting.
Is she kissing your ass?
Yeah, don't announce it. It's your own thing. I don't have a problem with the fact Trisha Paytas has a ton of money.
Really?
But you don't have to flaunt it, and she's so insensitive. Like, okay, now is when you buy a Rolls Royce, a pink Rolls Royce SUV.
Did you ever say this to Lisa? No. Because it's different. Because she was your friend. Which she never was. But you were stupid enough to think she might be. It's alright for her to flash her money and show how she doesn't wash her sponges. She just throws them in the bin. That's fine. But Trisha can't do an unboxing of her bag. And then, don't you sit there and say, what's so wrong with me showing stuff I've bought? Why are people so angry? You're exactly the same.
and then announced that she bought a $60,000 Birkin alligator bag. I just think it's so insensitive. But
no one believes you.
She's not making all that money. People watching her are the ones giving her that money.
Are they?
You cannot blame the person that is being given the money.
You can if they're a lying, begging grifter.
CEO of Amazon, richer than Costco, Target, every corporation. Should he not be rich? No. You can't tell people what to do with their money.
When it's theirs.
I don't look at Trisha and think, because first of all, I don't know who she gives it to. I don't know what she does with it. And I don't care. She makes $200,000 a month, and I know that because I know how many subscribers she has on her OnlyFans, and it's however much per month, so you can figure it out. That's just for OnlyFans. My only problem is that I don't think it's appropriate to flaunt it. So tone deaf. Oh my God. I can't stand it. But my only problem is that
whatever fits the fucking situation you happen to be in, isn't it? Really.
that she flaunts it, and now is not the time. It's very insensitive. I think HRH is very insensitive.
Now, I think Laurie Beth 428 is fucking jealous.
Do your business, but to show the excess of wealth, if I bought a real Chanel bag right now, let's say I made enough and I bought a real Chanel bag, I would not be showing it.
Bollocks, you wouldn't. You'd milk that bag for all you could in videos. You watch the Kardashians. They flaunt their wealth. Are they insensitive and tone deaf? Whatever day of the week it is, it's a different story.
Because to me, that would be hurting people. I feel like I'm hurting people.
Like you give a shit about hurting people. Is that the never-ending packet of fucking fries? We never get that much here. You know how they show it and they go and they take the thing out and then there's fries sitting up above the top of the packet? No, ours are down the bottom. You don't hardly get any of them, and they're always fucking stone cold by the time they get here.
I would feel like I'm rubbing it in their face.
Mm-hmm.
During this time. I would not flaunt my wealth.
Mm-hmm. Anyone believe her?
Deirdre, these people are some of the most unhappy, insecure people in the world.
Whatever.
I like Trisha's relationship with her sister and mother. I really, really like her relationship with her sister and her mother. And I like some of her videos. So in order to watch her, and even though I don't like her...
Oh, but you soon went off her, didn't you, when she started dating Moses?
Videos per se, some of them I do. So sometimes I get a few bad ones in there, you know. Like, I like it when she's being real. I liked it when Nikocado was being real. I don't like the fake stuff. I don't like it when someone is a persona. Like Jeffree Star, persona. Like, who is he really? Who is he really?
Do we care? No, we don't.
He just doesn't act normal, you know? Mary V, she's more humble around her mom and sister. Yes, and she's like, but I even feel like, I don't know the situation. Her sister lives with her mother. But if Trisha has that much money, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to have that much money. Do you? I guess I would feel
Here
like
we
I
go.
have to help everybody. Like, which
Fuck
would be a bad
off.
thing. Like, I buy Burke a car. When he should learn to have... It's like Lisa Vanderpump did it the right way. Yes, Zora. Lisa Vanderpump, so rich, but still made her son start as a busboy at the restaurant. I wouldn't have done that. I would want, because I still do, I want my son not to suffer.
How is learning from the ground up suffering? See, that's why your head's all fucked up, laddie. I was working at my uncle's club when I was 13. What did that teach me? To work for a living. That work pays. That the harder you work, the more you get. Worked myself up. From being a pot washer to a barmaid. A barmaid! A barmaid, yeah. So then, when I got an office job at 16, whenever I needed extra money, I could go and get a few shifts in a pub. If you want to mollycoddle your son and not show him how to live, what's he going to do when you're not there? Not that you're any help to him, but... How is it suffering? It's not suffering. It's building character is what it is. If you look at it, that working is suffering, that's probably why you're in the situation you're in.
But suffering is necessary to be strong. And I've kind of not let him, you know, like, I'm just always there for him to talk to.
Well, so you should
I think
be.
he should be a little bit more independent and figure some things out for himself. So Zora...
But you can always say that to him, can't you? I'm here for you, Burke, whenever you need me, but I think this time you can figure this out on your own. There you go.
All right, if I was your best friend, Lori, struggling, you know, I don't have the greatest life and I need things fixed and this and that, and I would love to have a cleaning lady because it hurts so much to clean, and I was your, in life, in real life, your very, very good oldest friend, and you made $200,000 a year, you wouldn't help me?
No! Why fucking should I? Because your very, very, very good friend worked her tush off to get up in a company to earn that amount of money. And why is she going to give you money for a cleaning lady so you can sit on your fat hole and do nothing? This is what's happened all your life. You've been fucking coddled by people. People have given you money and the easy way out. And that's why you have no clue how to look after yourself. Wow. I can't believe she's saying that out loud. On fucking YouTube for the whole world to see.
Like, where do you stop, you know? Yes. Well, I don't think she's selfish. I don't, but Deirdre, the thing is, like, if she just gave to her sister should work. You know, she's young enough. But I need more. Okay. I'm grateful for the cleaning lady. I'll take it. But I'm saying, if you like have that much money and your best friend is really suffering, going through a hard time, I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't have a leech for a best friend, so that had never come up. And don't you think that your best friend that's earning £200,000 a year lives to that standard? So she has bills to pay and money that she's putting away for her children for university and money that she's putting away for her retirement. And why should she give you money? What little she's got left out of her wages to splurge on herself and buy something nice, she should give it to you so you can have a cleaner. Whatever.
Right. I know family doesn't mean blood, but what I mean is like $200,000 a year. How much is that? $200,000 a month. How much is that a year?
Oh, but you are a top level executive assistant and you can't fathom that out. What is 2 times 12? Can you do that? Do you think? See, do you know how I can do that some in my head? Because I was a barmaid. Yeah, barmaid. Barmaid, yeah. Because I worked. And when you served behind a bar in the UK, you had to add up in your head and be able to put the last drink down and tell them how much the round was while still holding a conversation with people in the bar. And you can't fathom out what 200,000 a month would be over a year.
Times 12. 2,400,000. 2 million.
Really?
That's not 2 million is not super duper rich. It's rich, but it's not.
I cannot believe she had to use a calculator. Miss upper level executive assistant bollocks.
You know, like being a millionaire back in the day remember when Austin Powers and they were like, for $1 million, and they're like, you have to make it higher than that. 1 million is not anything. Like, you can't. Yep. So it's not, but that's just from one source. But she still had enough money to buy a pink Rolls Royce SUV, which, oh my God, I would get. There's so many more cars I'd rather get than any of the cars she picks.
It's not for you. You'll never have to make that choice, will you? Because you can't afford the fucking car you've got.
Bella.
Leave that dog alone.
A Birkin, an alligator Birkin, like, no. I don't like Birkins at all. I think, especially an alligator one. No.
Well, isn't it good then that you don't earn £200,000 a month and you can't afford to buy one?
I had cleaning people before too. I used to make them stop and we would dance. It was fun. I only had them come once a month. It was $50. HRH said she had her.
Why, you had them come once a month to clean wherever the fuck it was, and you stopped them cleaning so that you could all dance. So Why even bother have them there? You're paying them $50 to dance and then you still have to do the cleaning. Why did you even need a cleaning lady back then?
Cleaning lady come twice a week to fluff her pillows because her couch. It's like, damn. That must be nice. I wouldn't want that though.
No. But you wanted people to come and visit you when you had your knees done so they could fluff your pillows and brush your hair.
Wouldn't want someone in my house twice a week, but she was probably at the office. Well, okay, I look at it this way. Where are you going to go with a Birkin? You get it for yourself. You have a Rolls Royce, you go to a drive-through. Like, you do these things for yourself. So it doesn't matter. Let's say you live in a little town and you putz around. You don't work outside the home or whatever. You're a house mother, housewife. Most people do clean for the cleaning people. So you don't get these things to be able to go somewhere. It has to be special. Like, I'm wearing a dress. What did I do? I went to Dollar Tree to get circus peanuts and McDonald's. I did try to go to the mall, but it was closed. But I'm wearing a dress. Like, there was a day, like, I could have looked like a schlep, which I do. So, you know, when you have enough money to spend $60,000 on a Birkin, then it's the same as like us spending $150 on a Michael Kors. It's like, buy a diamond necklace and wear it all the time. No, gone are the days that, you know, you put things in a safe deposit box. Bella, go find your bed.
Can you go fuck yourself?
Find your bed. No, it's not there. It's not there. It's the other way. It's the other way. Like, dumb. So dumb that can't. Bella! Can't sniff and find the bed. She's just walking around wagging her tail. Bella, 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 Bella.
I can't when she does that.
Oops. I like the one that HRH got, the little pink one, and she got it when she was in Paris, so there's a story behind it, but I don't know. I like fakes. What can I say? I like the fakes.
Because you can't afford the real thing.
How do you put your paw on Mummy? There's one paw on Mummy?
Mummy!
There's one paw. I love that she's not afraid of me. You know?
I'm sorry, she's your pet. Why should she be fucking afraid of you?
Like, she feels safe.
Does she?
God, this dog so much. How can I love this dog? Like, I swear to God, I can hear the stuff she's saying. Bella!
Leave Bella the fuck alone. And you obviously didn't love Pom Pom that much because you got rid of her. She was on the outs, wasn't she, when you got fucking doofus? You didn't pay her any attention. I'm going to have to take a break for a minute, folks, because I hate it when she's doing the whole dog thing. It just pisses the ever-loving fuck out of me, but I will be back. Can I cope with her now? We'll see. Just stop calling Bella.
I don't see the hype in Birkins either. I really don't. Not for that price and what you have to go through to get it. Like, ugh. I don't know. Things don't mean the same to me anymore. I did have a dream that I got rid of my. I just remembered I had a dream that I got rid of my car and I got a Mini Cooper convertible.
Can anyone see her fitting in a Mini? Really?
But mine, and I had an Asian boyfriend, and he got mad at me that I didn't notice he was wearing pink overalls and I didn't comment on it. Oh my God, my dreams are so crazy. Like, how does my mind come up with these things? How?
Really? Shut up, you irritating fuck. Can you imagine putting up with her full fucking time?
Does it do it? I don't know. Boop. Okay, Bella's still trying to find her bed.
Leave her. She's having a walk.
This is how I treated my son. We always had fun. Because, like, when I went to a penny candy store, I would get just as excited as he would. So I made it exciting. That's why I'm a great salesperson, because you guys feel the authenticity of it. It's like childlike. I'm like youthful. I have a very big youthfulness to me. Brooke's girlfriend likes me. All of his friends like me. I'm fun. I'm cool. I'm like the cool mom. But I really, really am. Like, I have a tail. He liked it, but when I told him, Bella, she can't get up. Come on, move this way. No.
Don't kick her.
Okay, Bella. She's under the table. Come on. Okay. Go find your bed. She's running around. Go find your bed. There it is.
Because you pushed her. That's why she was running.
There it is. Go lie down. Oh, she found it. I know. This dog adores. Bella, go lie down.
Fuck's sake. It's not fucking funny, Lardy. I can't even watch her. How long are you going to sit there on your fat ass screaming at her to lie down when you could get up and walk over there and show her where her bed is? And you think it's so funny.
Oh my God. Ms. Sunshine, that's probably the nicest compliment anyone has ever given me, because I try to be truly present. I had to turn this off because it just would have driven you crazy. I'm not screaming loud because I have neighbors, but Bella, go lie down. Find your bed. Go lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
That's not loud. How? How can she have animals and I can't? What is the fucking cosmos doing? Please don't still be shouting when I turn this back on.
Go lie down. She got to it. Lie down. But like, I feel like she has dementia. Lie down. Lie down. Bad. guys could hear me, I'd be like, Bella, lie down. I was not present until I was 48. And I went, yes, okay, his books. And I went to Samadhi, my integral life place. I crawled up the stairs and I had acupuncture there, but the guy that the guy that owned it with his wife, where I used to dance, I went into his office. He's now a PhD. Like, he has this whole way of helping people and healing. And
I wasn't really present until I was 48. What's that bollocks about? Now I have to go back and I have to hear you shouting at Bella.
Oh my God, Ms. C. Sunshine, I strive to be present. I didn't wake up until, how old was I? 48.
I'm sorry, I'm lost. What's she going on about?
I was not present until I was 48. And I went, yes, okay, his books. And I went to Samadhi, my integral life place. I crawled up the stairs and I had acupuncture there, but the guy that the guy that owned it with his wife, where I used to dance, I went into his office. He's now a PhD. Like, he has this whole way of helping people and healing, and like my guru saved my life, John. And I said, oh my God, my life is so terrible. I hurt all over and this left room. Everything is so terrible. And he said, stop telling yourself the story. And it just resonated instantly. I went, oh my God. Simple words. Stop telling yourself the story. It was magic.
Yeah, because there was fuck all wrong with you. Is that why he said stop telling yourself the story? Because that's what it is, a fucking story. None of your life is true. This is probably a load of bollocks as well. And I don't understand that. If you're truly in crippling pain and someone says, just stop telling yourself the story, I'd fucking lay him out. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you think if I tell myself I'm not in pain, I won't be? It's people like him that have people with fibromyalgia not being believed when they go to their doctors. Anyhow.
Once I learned that, once I heard it, I couldn't unhear it. And
oh, but you're back to telling yourself a story again, aren't you? So why don't you just use that magical tip, as it works so well?
I learned, which I'm trying to pass on to Burke, who deals with terrible anxiety and compulsions and in his head. And I learned how to stop myself from telling the story. Sometimes I indulge myself and I say, I want to hear the bad story. I want to hear the bad story. You know,
does this just not prove that when she's crying and upset and needs money from people that it's all an act? Are you watching this, fuckwits?
When I heard the last bad story, it was a few days before my birthday. And I was in my room and Burke was here and I was like, my mother's not going to call me. I'm not going to kick. Burke's going to probably leave and go back to California before my birthday because he doesn't care. I have nobody. And I had the best birthday ever. Burke stayed well after my birthday, but stayed. He had already bought me something. He wrote me a beautiful card. My mother called me, everybody on YouTube and Instagram, and my birthday was fine. But I had told myself this story that didn't even exist, because the future doesn't exist. So it was just a story, a sad, sad story. So I say to all of you that are suffering, stop telling yourself the story. Tell yourself a good story, even if it's not true. Just, you have two choices: to wallow in it or to rise above it. Make a choice.
And you spend your entire time wallowing in it. Who are you to tell anybody else what to do? I'm having a panic attack. Whatever.
I don't know that. Message of the 4 agreements. Get out of the dream. But his advice, John's advice, just, it was like I got shot in the middle of my forehead when he said that. It's like he slapped me into, sorry. It's like it's like I could have had a V8, you know? It just smacked me right between the eyes. He said, stop. I was going on, and he listened and he listened and listened. And then I guess I took a breath. He just said, stop telling yourself the story. And it just made so much sense.
Yeah, it would do. If you were wallowing in self-pity and none of it was true, which is most of your life. You keep telling yourself you've got every disease known to man, but you haven't. I take it you only choose to stop telling yourself the story when you feel like it. Is that how it works? And to be fair, if someone's telling the truth, it's not a story and they can't stop doing anything. So I really don't understand where you're coming from. Apart from the fact we all know you're a liar.
And I said, oh my God. I said, 48 or 49 years it took. He's like, be thankful that it was now. Yeah, The Secret. I've never read it or seen it. I don't need to. I know it.
Of course you do.
I've read Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. Read that. Eckhart Tolle. Read that.
See, this is the thing. Go read all these self-help books. Start manifesting your future. Bollocks. I don't need to read a self-help book. I wake up every day smiling. I don't know how many people would do that in my situation. I never get angry with the kids or Jed. I don't moan because there's no point in moaning. I just keep trying to find a solution to the problem that I've got. But as yet, I haven't. Reading some poxy self-help book is not, oh, imagine yourself here and not there and do this and do that. And you wake up the next morning and you're still in the same fucking place. What's the point? I don't get all that mumbo jumbo. I've never understood what the fuck Tony Robbins does. I don't know what Lisa thinks she's going to be doing. I just don't see the point of it. If you're going around miserable for no fucking reason, then maybe it might help you. But other than that, I don't see what the point of it is. And I don't see how it would work. If somebody out there can point me in the right direction and say, with clarity, that if I did X, Y or Z, I would have a better life. This is my life. I'm living it. There's nothing I can do about my position at the moment, although I am trying. So, I don't see what the point of them are. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't get it. I don't understand these stupid things. Self-help. If I wasn't sick and stuck in this room, I wouldn't need a self-help book. I wouldn't be like her. I wouldn't have, oh, don't tell yourself the story. I'd have been building my life, which is what I was fucking doing before I got sick. That's weird. A self-help book, as far as I can see, only helps people that are fucking miserable and need a slap. Just press pause for some reason.
He's written quite a few, but I read The Power of Now.
And that's it, told you what?
And so now I try to pass this on to Burke.
Pass what on to Burke?
Because he's in his head, and you need to find a way to meditate, and that's why I did kirtan, the call and response chanting, which I'm trying to do here, but because of COVID.
You need to do meditation. Really? Do you? I don't understand. And I can't do fucking meditation anyway because I've got aphantasia and I can't see anything. So it's pointless. Imagine yourself on a warm beach. How? Just imagine yourself. Okay? Can you hear the waves crashing upon the shore? No. Can you see the sun? No! I can't see fucking anything. Meditation, whatever.
You know, they're not doing it, but that's my choice of meditating. Oh my God, that whatever that is terrible.
It's because you ate too much.
It's more than one day at a time. It's one moment at a time. I can have a million different moods in one day.
Yeah, we know, we've seen.
Everything can change with a phone call. A phone call from Burke. Oh my God. You hear that sound?
No.
Drums are everything. Drums will keep you in the moment. That's what the gong is for at yoga. That's what, to hold those yoga poses. And also to cure addiction is to listen to the space between your thoughts.
Oh, go fuck yourself. To cure addiction is to listen to the space between your thoughts. Did you give Helen that pearl of wisdom? Tell me that's not bollocks.
It was also something very wise. Listen to the space between your thoughts. I'm just holding a dead dog. Because the longer you can listen to the space, which means you're not thinking, the longer it is that you're not doing some habitual, addictive thing.
Hasn't worked for you
Can't
then.
get into yoga. I can't do yoga. I could probably do Swarupa, you know.
I never say I can't. I never say I can't do that. I can do anything. Isn't that what she said? That's what I heard.
Oh, I don't, what's it called, that yoga? I don't like yoga. It's not my thing. I find freedom with music. Kim, I've done it. I did, go look on my channel. I did several ASMRs. One is a meditation. And I thought it would get more views than it did, but it didn't. But I worked so hard, and I have different layering of sounds and ocean waves and stuff. is out. You were sleeping. Okay, here you go. Oh my God, you don't know what ASMR is? You have to Google it.
Why are you laughing at somebody? You only know what you know. If nobody has come across ASMR so far in their travels around the moon, they don't know what it is, do they? I don't get ASMR, but I get goosebumps from music. I think that's my ASMR, music. When I hear a really good piece of music or a really good voice, then I get tingles.
It's called...
You don't know what it's called. Go on, let's see if she gets it right.
Autonomous sensory meridian response. It's like when you heard noises that made you like kind of daze off, like there are different noises that different people like.
Oh, you explained that so well.
Hang on, not that noise. Talk softly. I feel like
when you try and talk softly, you're not talking softly. And I hate your voice even more when you're trying to do that.
When I do talking softly, my voice cracks because it's too low. Or sounds like this. Some people like that. Some people like this. Or they say goes. Shh. Some people like plucking. And they say things like, here, let me try to do it. Okay.
But you're not explaining what the response is. You're just, some people like this, some people like this, some people like this. Why? Why do they like it? What happens? What is it?
Who likes this?
No.
With a bunch of friends. I love you guys. Hold on, let me take some Tums. Sorry.
Maybe you shouldn't have had all them chips.
I thought I was watching a fillet of fish live, and now we're talking about Tums and...
See, I don't think about the haters. Somebody just asked a simple question, and yet 3 hours later you're still going on about it. But you don't do that, do you? No.
ASMR. I don't know how I got here. Wait, Lori, you hold to one of the tenets of the 4. Be impeccable with your word. You tell the truth. Freedom.
Really? Are you trying to say that you understand that and that's you? You never tell the truth.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing what makes me...
Oh, for fuck's sake! Thank you for recognizing what makes me special. I can't with this woman, for fuck's sake, Lawrence. Get a grip of yourself. If you'd said something nice to her and you had that face staring back at you, you'd probably change what you thought about her.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing what makes me special and appreciating it. And then thank you for saying something and not just keeping it to yourself, because you just made me feel great.
Yeah.
You really... I am impeccable with my word. I'm such a person of my word that when Burke, that it makes me crazy when Burke says, are you sure you're going to do this? Are you sure you're going to do this? And I say, yes. Why do you keep asking? And he's like, because I have trust issues. And I'm like, but from me, when have I ever done something for you not to trust me? Like it makes me crazy because I am not my mother and I am not Gungor.
How many times have you arranged to go out with people and then blown them off at the last minute? Oh, but that doesn't count. I can think of lots of times that you've broken your word. Oops. Leave her alone! The fuck was that all about? Pulling her hair. Thank you for noticing what makes me so special. While she manhandles her dog and pulls her hair.
See, we just gave to each other Ms. C. Sunshine. It works both ways. Okay. Some people like ASMR like this.
Ugh. Can we stop with the ASMR? That'd fucking piss me off, someone repeating 75,000 times, there's something in your eye, let me get something out of your eye. I'd be like, fuck off, I'll get it out myself. Who's she seen doing this that she's copying?
Wait, I really do have something.
Yeah, here we go. Give me a shout when she stopped this bollocks.
Somebody please get it out. No, I have to get it out for you.
Oh. On the telly, it's craft telly, and it's House Mouse Designs, and there's a little mouse sat in a glass on top of ice with a fan in front of it, blowing some cool air on it with his little ears flapping backwards. So cute! Cling stamp collection. Oh, do you know, if I got started on stamps, and you know what's really annoying, apart from her, is you buy all this stuff to make cards for people or whatever, and then you need to remortgage the house to buy a fucking stamp. Why is it so expensive to post things now? That's what everybody emails Happy Christmas to each other now, because it's too fucking expensive. You can get the cards for like £2 or something, and then you're paying 50 on postage. Insane. Anyway, it's 'cause I can't stand her ASMR. I think it's even more annoying than her shouting.
I can't see because I'm old. 5 times magnifier, my ass.
Mine's 10.
Not when my voice goes.
I've got a 20 as well. As soon as I take my glasses off, I can't see fuck all. Oh, can we do something else now?
She doesn't have a fancy mic or anything. I have a playlist for these random. I personally don't like to just hear these random sounds. I like it when someone does ASMR and shows me something that they like. But every single night.
Wasn't your ASMR random sounds?
I have a playlist by Izzy Davis. Sorry. And she doesn't have a fancy mic or anything. She stopped doing ASMR. But she traces or goes like this to somebody's back. And like in camp, I was like, oh, do my arm, do my arm. Oh. So I used to make Burke do it to me, but
You're one of them people. And that's fucking weird, making your son run his fingers up and down your back. That is fucking weird. She really is needy, isn't she?
I'd be like, I'd have him do it on my back when he was a little kid. Oh, Bella just got up.
And?
For no reason.
How do you know it's for no reason? You haven't given her a chance to go and see what it is she wants to do yet.
And I'd say, make your truck go. Show me the route. And I'd get him to do the truck on me. And I'd be like, oh. And he loves it too. He loved when I used to he once got lice. And then after that, if I ever did this, he'd be like, go look for more curly hair. Go look for curly hair. So we'd go.
I remember when Madam got nits. And we didn't want to say that's what it was. So Jed says, we're looking for midges. You know, the little annoying fly things. Do you know what's coming? I don't want midges in my hair. It was like, you better explain this to Tech Help, because if he goes into school tomorrow saying, oh, my dad was looking for midges in her hair, it's like, what the fuck? So of all the things you could say, don't want midges in my hair.
We're going to look for curls, okay? You stay like that. Mm-hmm.
How do you know that's not tickling and annoying her and she'll need to move, but she daren't because you've said don't?
Okay. So this is how I put her in a trance too.
Oh, we've seen this 1,000 times.
Because they're jealous. They're jelly. Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly. Just try to be me, but don't be jealous of me. You can try to be me.
Really?
Try to do what I do.
Try to do what you do. What, screaming at my pets? going apeshit when my son rings up because I'm on a live like I always am and I can't be bothered to talk to him. Screw innocent people out of their money. I could go on. Why would anyone want to be like you? Oh, can you shut up now?
Training with her baby was crying and crying and crying and crying, and I had what we called the Janet hold. I had learned it from my neighbor. The baby's arm underneath here. I can't do it with pom-pom because her arms are different. Anyways, once I learned the Janet hold, so I would hold the baby and then he'd fall asleep. So this girl, she couldn't get her baby to stop crying. I said, here, give him to me. And I held him Janet hold. So one arm was underneath here. And I held him like this. You know, just learned to just do this.
You learned.
Like oh, patting. Just tapping.
You had to learn. Doesn't that come naturally to most mothers? As soon as you have a baby, you hold them like that and pat their bums and sway.
Right there on the bum, on the diaper. And then he'd fall asleep, and then I could transfer so well. As you then bring the baby over to the bed, and there's a blanket in there, and you lie the baby down, they start to wake up, and then, but you keep this motion, and you put a blanket up next to them, and then you just cuddle in, and they go to sleep. It was really good with my baby.
If you have to tell us that, I don't believe you were.
I was surprised I could do it with her baby. She was like a little sad. She's like, oh my God. And I didn't like anybody else's baby.
The only reason you could do it with her baby is because you weren't stressed. She was stressed about her child not sleeping. So the baby picked up on the mother's stress. When you give it to somebody else and they haven't got that stress, the child will fall asleep. Like my fucking goddaughter. She'd been crying for hours and I went to visit. I picked her up, lay her over my shoulder, 2 minutes out cold. Because I wasn't stressed like her mum and dad. But of course you were patting yourself on the back. Oh yeah, look what I can do.
I don't like babies. I liked my baby. I only liked my baby.
You're weird.
I had the cutest. Even the nurses in the hospital, they said, oh my God, he's so beautiful, because he was C-section, first of all. Hi, friends. Methinks you're in the wrong place, darling. Sorry. The nurses would come and say, oh my God, he's so beautiful. And I'd say, no, thank you. And they'd be like, no, seriously. And I would be like, I know. Like, I know. Because he was, in that picture, he didn't photograph well, but he was spectacular. He was the most gorgeous baby. And I would lie there in my bed and I would think, how small is he? And I'd look and he was teeny. Burke was tiny.
Because you were huge.
He was so tiny. 7 pounds, 12 ounces.
That's not tiny. That's average. To hear her going on about how tiny he was, you'd think he was premature or something. You thought he was tiny because you were a fucking moose.
I think. And 19 inches long. Teeny, tiny, and he was a week early. So tiny, and he was a C-section, so his head was perfect. Oh my God, he had the most beautiful face. And sometimes I'd be holding him. I still breastfed, so I did the football hold. And he would look up at me, this angelic look, and he'd get this look, and I'd be like, oh my God, he's so gorgeous. And then he would throw up all over my face. And I soon knew, oh no, he has that look. It means he's going to throw up. Like, oh my God, look at him. Look at him. That's not a good face. Because he was probably being like, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick. Be sick.
How can one person be so fucking annoying?
I remember him throwing up twice right in my face. Breast milk all gulped down and then all thrown up. I was like, no wonder why they lose weight. The babies lose weight in the beginning, and then they fill out and they get their fat layer. Then he was roly-poly. Deep creases, which I almost have in his legs. I look and I'm like, oh my God, I have Burke's baby leg creases. Holy shit, did I gain weight. You're not fat, but we call this your fat pad. That's your fat pad right there. There'd be fat, a big thing of the fat right there by your tail. Right there, you fat pad. You do. You have a fat pad. It's okay. It's okay. It's not going to hurt. It won't hurt you. It won't hurt you. Mama won't let it. This is how I talk to her. That's just what I say. Look at your foot. Look at your cute little foot. Mommy went clip.
Oh, for
clip.
fuck's sake.
And then we took this foot. We went clip. Then we clipped the tail. Where's the tail? The tail is being hidden. And Mommy clipped the tail. Made nice tail, and made nice room for all the duty to come out nice and clean. It's not going to stick. Not going to stick to baby Goose's rear end. We don't like that. That's icky. Oh, my girl. How lucky am I that I found you and you were on sale in New Hampshire. Mommy was so lucky. Found you on Craigslist, drove 2 hours to New Hampshire to get the girl. Only $4.95. You were cheap. You were 4 months old. Yeah, you threw up 6 times in the car ride home. She was like, they had just given her a medication, her like last distemper or whatever. And then she got in a car and she was just like, bleh, throwing up everywhere. She was probably like, what the hell is this place? What is this place? And then I brought her to camp. Burke was at camp. Burke wanted a black Pomeranian and a black Pomeranian, Burke, look, I got a Pomeranian. Can I go out with my friend? Okay, fine. Then I go to my mother's and I rang her door, knocked on her apartment door, and I just had the dog like that. You couldn't see me. My mother opened the door and screamed, what is that? And I said, it's a dog. It's a puppy. She was like, oh my God. Then we brought Pom Pom home. And Bella was terrified of you. And Pom Pom just sat there. No personality, nothing. I said, oh my God.
She's got a real thing about dogs having a personality, hasn't she? You've just said she was sick 6 times on the way home. Your mother's screaming at her. The other animals in the house are running away from her. And you're expecting her to do what? Circus tricks?
I made such a mistake. This dog has no personality. Here's a toy. Here's a pink toy. Here's a pink bed. Here.
Good fucking job she wasn't a foster mother or something. Can you imagine?
That night, Mommy set up the bathroom real nice with a bed and wee-wee pad and food and water. and a toy and put you in the bathroom and close the door. And the next morning, okay. Gucci,
Really? Come here. You just fucking hit him.
And the next morning, I opened the bathroom door, and she had peed and pooped. But she came out like this. Hi, everybody. Hi, it's me, Pom Pom Langer. I'm here. Oh, look at this toy, and look at that toy. Oh, there's Bella. There's a dog. And she ran after, and she had the best. I was like, come here, baby. And she's like, you only weigh 2 pounds. You're just a little baby. Just little.
Can somebody please take her fucking batteries out, or turn the volume down, or stop feeding her sugar, or whatever the fuck? She's getting on my wick. Can you imagine living with her? How did Gungo put up with her for that long?
That's it. The teeny tiny little girl doggy with pink tummy. You had baby hair then. You didn't have big girl hair. You had little baby hair. You think she looks matted now? She just will make you look long. You want to face the camera so that they can see? We're going to do it. There we go.
Can you believe that all this proof of how she treated her animals was there for all to see, and Animal Services came, walked around and left and did fuck all?
Oh, she's so mean to that dog.
Yeah, you are.
Then mommy bought you a kitty cat. It's a kitty cat. It's Pom Pom's kitty. The kitty was much smaller than Pom Pom, and then the kitty grew. He didn't know he was going to be that big and not be able to fit into the tray anymore. He's very, very sad that he's so big. Became big kitty cat. I'm going to have to go because I have to pee soon. You want to see your kitty? That's your kitty. It's Pom Pom's kitty cat. Ooh. Oh, kitty cat's going to bite.
Really?
Don't you bite her. Don't you bite Pom Pom. Don't you bite.
Fuck's
What's the matter
sake.
with you, Gucci boy? Gucci kitty cat. He's used to it. Oh, Pom Pom, you're all caught. You're all caught up.
He shouldn't be fucking used to it.
What the heck?
So that tells everyone that you abuse the cat all the time then. Fat fucker.
Oh, earphones. Earbud. Hi, bud. Ha, Baba Goosey. Oh no, they can see my hairy baby creased leg. Okay, be nice to Gucci. Be nice to Gucci. It's a Gucci kitty cat.
Really? Stop fucking annoying him!
Your whiskers.
Really?
Your whiskers.
Will you give up?
It's okay. Let me pat your paw. It's soft. It's okay.
No, it's not. You've just been pulling his fucking whiskers.
It's okay. Get your kitty cat. so like thick here.
Look, she's pulling his hair now.
You need to get shaved, kitty. Shaved, kitty cat. Yeah, mommy's gonna shave you down. Down.
Yeah. Mommy's going to shave you down and she's going to cut your whiskers and then she's going to not notice it, get called out on it and then blame the groomer. Is this the look of the face of a woman who just realises she's been caught because she says, I'm going to groom you down, when she lies and says she takes Gucci to get groomed? She has to be the most irritating woman in the world.
3 a.m. in Florida. Night, night. Goodbye, Lori. Bring them home. Bring. Brought.
Like you're the fucking be all and end all of grammar.
Oh, are you the one that wants the bag changed? You write me about it? I'm confused. Okay, everyone. What time is it? 12. Yeah, that first picture. This one. Hang on. This was his first shave.
Ow, sorry.
You have to go way back. Look at the 3 of them when I moved to Long Beach. UT guys. Sweet. Look at her. When she gets groomed, she looks like that.
When she gets groomed.
You guys know who that is?
Look at your big fat head.
I think my tongue, my lip ring. Hey, look at my lip ring.
Really? Why?
I loved it though. Had it twice.
And then you get fed up of it and take it out.
Yeah. It's Lisa. Oh, look at Burke. Oh, his friend took this picture. So handsome. This is me at 24.
In a
I will show
bikini.
this picture of me in a bathing suit. Look at how thin. I thought my stomach was fat, so I wore a bathing suit that came up higher. Can you believe it?
You're not thin. You're normal.
I thought my stomach was, see the little, like around my belly button, that little like bit of, you want to call it fat or whatever. Forget about the 4-pack that I have. No, Lori, you didn't pay attention to the 4-pack. Just that one spot. Just
What
that
4-pack?
one spot.
You haven't got a 4-pack.
I will never have that stomach again. I will never, ever have that stomach again.
Stop telling yourself the story.
How narrow. Oh my God. If I was that young again, I'd get that thing pierced all over the place. And what you can't tell is that that is the woman's leg. So this is where my body ended. That is not a hip. That's the woman's leg.
What woman?
Look at. Ugh. No, I was 20. I had been married. I was divorced. I was 24. I had sex 3 times on that cruise with 3 different people. I was a slut.
We need to
I
know
was
that.
hot. Everyone wanted me. I had so much sex.
3 times, that's not so much.
Was it that cruise? I think it was that cruise. One of them I had tons of sex. Oh, look at this. Is such a good picture. That's when I was wearing like dark lipstick. I still have the same heart.
That's you! Fuck off!
Sex. Oh, look at this. Is such a good picture. That's when I was wearing
I thought it was her mother.
Dark lipstick. I still have the same heart. Look at Palmy Langer. This is when I started Scentsy. That's a fake little hairpiece.
My mum does this when anybody visits. She gets her big bag of pictures out. Oh, this is me with so-and-so. This is me with somebody else. This is me in Spain. This is me in Ireland. This is me blah, 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 blah. And when we visited her, she did that with Jed. And he's like, got any pictures of Julie? I showed you some. And he went, yeah, 1. They never tire of showing off themselves.
That was in my house in Long Beach. Oh, look at them. Look at the babies. Oh, they probably zoomed in. Okay. And they, look, see, this is what they didn't like. Bella's nails were long. Chihuahuas have long nails. It's really hard to. Oh my God, look at Pom Pom. This was just like 4 years ago. She was 4. Look at, she didn't have any gray on her. Thank you. I feel like when I put myself together, I look pretty good. And there's all the pictures of me with, oh, this is, okay, so this is me with long hair. Me and Gungor, we were holding somebody else's baby.
Me.
We were married. We had just gotten into a huge fight. And we thought we were gonna separate. Don't I look happy? My hair was really long. That was just a little bit. I always wore about each side back. That was my thing. All through high school, too. Oh, look at Burke, 2009.
We're going to be looking at pictures for how long?
Oh, this was his bar mitzvah. Cool. And I taught him the Aliyah. Baruch et Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Nata lanu et Torato. No. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kidshanu. Wait, I'm losing it.
Yeah, you are.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahat. No, that's the hum. I can't remember. Baruch Adonai Hamvorah.
Really? Give it up. You don't know it.
I have to look it up. Now it's making me crazy. I don't care if anybody's on. You guys can all get off. I'm just Torah Aliyah. Oh my God, pom pom. Can't read it in Hebrew. Oh, but you can't get to the. Okay, let's see.
Can we go now? Are we there yet?
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorah. And then the congregation, then Baruch Adonai. Wait.
Stop saying wait. That's so annoying.
Baruch Atah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorah. Leolam va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bacha banu mikol.
I wonder if I'm going to get dinged for her doing this at the end of the video.
Ha'amim v'na'ata lanu et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
What does it mean?
That was what it was, and it means,
thank you.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You have given us a Torah.
Sovereign? Really? But you're so intelligent.
Of truth, implanting within us eternal life. We praise you, O God, giver of the Torah. Deidre, same. Burke wants to do the birthright, yes.
When did God give the Torah? Does anyone know? I'll look it up when I get off here. Because surely if God gave the people the Torah, it would be mentioned in the Bible, would it not? Just curious.
Yes, he wants to do it.
No, you want him to do it because it's free. And you want him to meet people. Because as with anything in life, it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's the only reason you want him to do that.
But, now he can't right now. But yes, he should do it. He should have done it this summer. Well, he wouldn't have been able to. He would have planned it and it would have gotten canceled. But this was the summer to have done it. Maybe he'll do it next summer. He has to do it. Yeah, he wants to do it.
He hasn't done it though, has he?
Faux show. And we're not terribly religious at all. In
No
fact,
shit.
I didn't grow up knowing any of this. I don't know how I knew it. I have no idea. Like I know more Jewish things than my mother. I don't know. No. I mean, I grew up, we celebrated more than I do with Burke. I don't know. I went to a whole summer of overnight camp Tevye. So I learned a lot of the prayers after. It was a conservative camp. So like Friday night, Saturdays we spent, in our bunks. It was hardcore.
You spent Friday and Saturday night in your bunk. It was hardcore. What's hardcore about that?
Sure, the whole deal. Saturdays we spent, in our bunks. It was hardcore. Kosher, the whole deal. So look, she brought her cucumber. So I learned all of the prayers. I do remember them, but Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. I don't know all the words, but below bituvo ve'chein ve'eched zed v'rachamim hu noten lechem lakol basar ki liolam kacho ki liolam Ooh, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
This is what she does. See, I know this, I know this, I can do this, I can do that. It's like when she met that woman from the dance studio. Oh, I was a ballerina. You'll know plie and whatever and entendu and whatever. And it's like, really, people don't speak like that to other people. It's like she has to get it out. But I know this and I know that and I know this and I know how to sing this song and I know all the words and listen to me, listen. And it's like, you don't need to do that. All you had to do with that woman was, I used to do ballet. And she said, me too. So you don't then go, oh, and you'll know this and that, won't you? It's like everyone's heard of fucking plie, unless they've been living under a rock.
Da, 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 da. That's all I remember. My Jewish friends are also quite secular, but they loved birthright. It's nice to know history. Yeah. Burke would, frankly, he's very Jewish now. Like, he wears a Jewish star. He's like, because he found Dana Point to be anti-Semitic, because kike and swastika and everything is like carved into the desks at the same school that HRH went to. Like, there's hardly...
So are you saying that she did it? I don't think she got a choice over what school she went to, did she?
Any Jews there. So he got very Jewish, and like, he wears a Jewish star, but he would go, and now if he went to did the birthright to Israel, he would be doing it because he feels very Jewish, but Burke's a traveler, so any place that he can travel, he would want to. I have to learn more about it, because I have to, like, we don't have to pay anything, or do we pay airfare?
She's so excited because he can go there for free. That's all she ever talks about. Not the experience.
It's going to be a while before anybody can travel like that again. I don't even know what's going to happen for school in the fall. He's gotten accepted to all the schools he's applied to. He'll be going in as a junior. And I've been on for 4 hours and 10 minutes. But that's not my record.
No, I was there. It was 9 hours something, and you were being a twit, licking Nutella off a knife for money.
Yeah, it's a bunch of big, rich Jewish people that did this. Because the only thing that will kill the Jews is intermarriage. I married a Muslim. But that is true. So the older Jewish rich generation wants to instill and keep the Jewish heritage and faith alive. How old's your grandson, Zora? Burke's not going to a school that is going to be through. That's why that's why he is deciding he's not going to go to the school that he was going to go to. He got a full ride for a school in California, 100%, but he's not going to go to that school because California is not going to be open. So we're deciding several other places that are going to be open, because otherwise he'll just take a semester off. Thank you, Orly. So Kim, when I met Gungor, he was my waiter on a cruise. Not that cruise, a different cruise. And yes, I slept with him right away too. I was like, that one. I literally, it was my birthday, and I said, and they all used to come around and sing, and I was like, I want that one right there. And he went, who, me? I was like, yeah, go wanted him to sing happy birthday to me. And so he came, and I have the picture of him behind me. And then he whispers, he goes, I want to talk to you later. And I said, okay. My God, I have to pee so bad. I'm having so much fun. I'm just talking. I feel like I'm talking with people. It's really weird. Okay. So then we were in Jamaica, and me and Gungur and my friend Karen.
Gungur and I.
She was a Karen, not a Karen. But her name is Karen. And Attila, Gungur's friend, Attila. That was his name. When I got back to Bank of Boston, I was like, oh, everybody, I met this guy. He was my waiter, Turkish waiter. They're like, what's his name? I'm like, Gungur. And they're like, what? I said his name is Gungur. And they're like, Gungur? And I'm like, yeah, me and my friend Karen, and she liked Attila. And they're like, Attila? And they just burst out laughing. And I was like, no, we really like each other. And they're like, okay, yeah, right, Lori. But so on that cruise, we were in Jamaica, Ochos Rios, and we went to me, Karen, Attila, and Gungur, and we went to some resort for the day where they had gorgeous food and fruit and everything. We had use of the pool and everything. And
notice how the food came first.
And I remember I was in the pool wrapped around Gungur, like my legs were wrapped around him, and we just swam like as one person. And I remember saying, so what religion are you? And he was like, Muslim. And I was like, he was the first Muslim. To me, Muslims were terrorists, right? I was 31, but I knew they weren't, but I was like, I grew up, we didn't have Muslims in Brookline back then. And I remember being terrified. What? You're Muslim? And then I said, okay, I don't care. And he and I ended up getting married, and I didn't tell my mother. I didn't tell very many people. We kept it a secret. And he went back on the ship for what we thought was going to be a year until I could get him citizenship. But a week later, he came back. So I had to make up, because he was like, I'm married, and like all these girls are on the cruise, and I'm going to cheat on you. Like, I can't. So my mother had met him when he came to visit. And then when I knew he was coming back, I'm like, the waiter's coming back. The waiter's going to come back and stay. And she was like, she flipped out. And she's like, he's just using you. He just wants to come here. You can't. I lived on my own, by the way. I lived in my own apartment. Had my own job at Bank of Boston. I was the executive assistant to the president of the transportation lending department.
Whatever.
And so I said, well, he's coming. So you're just going to have to accept it. And she's like, well, I will never accept it. And I said, well, you're going to have to, because we got married. And she goes, you what? And I said, we got married. Where'd you get married? I said, on the rocks in Marblehead. And she's like, she left my apartment. And I later saw her driving like this. Like we passed each other, and she was just driving like, because like her Jewish daughter is marrying a Turkish waiter 7 years younger than her. Turkish Muslim waiter, 7 years younger. It was the dream of a Jewish mother. And so she called my grandmother, and she said she got married. I had already been married before, but she was like, she got married. And my grandmother goes, she didn't get married. My mother said, she did. She got married. And my grandmother said, well, she didn't get married. Where did she get married? And my mother said, on the rocks. And my grandmother goes, what rocks? What rocks? So funny. oh my God, your kids put you through a lot, right? That was probably not a happy time for my mother. But we got Burke. Babu had to come into this world. He was meant to be, so I had to marry the 7 years younger Turkish Muslim waiter from my cruise. And we were married for 5 years before I even had Burke. So it was solid, which it wasn't, because we separated 3 days after Burke's first birthday. So I know she has a beautiful grandson that she'll probably never see again.
Here we go.
That's up to her. Did you guys used to do that?
Really?
Wait,
Child.
I don't know if I can do it with my little bit of lip filler I have left. When you went. Okay, guys. I think 4 hours and 20 minutes is enough. I've told you my entire... I was ready to be a mom. So ready. I need more filler in my upper lip. Will somebody please send me money so that I can get lip filler? Okay. It's okay, Stephen. It's going to be okay. Where there's life, there's hope. It'll be okay. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out. It'll be okay. Thank you, my love of crafts. Thank you, guys. Thank you all that have stayed with me. I hope I entertained you as much as having you here. I don't feel alone on a Friday night. You guys, should I do this every night? Some nights I don't look this good. I look really rough, really rough. And I sometimes let you see it, but I prefer not to, because I want to feel pretty, you know? I want to feel pretty when I'm sitting there staring at myself in the computer. I'll see you later. I have more videos I'm going to do some for my Patreon. Maybe I'll do more food ones. I don't know. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye. Bye.
That was all you ever did for your patrons, wasn't it? You cooking. Oh, I'm doing my dinner. This is what I'm cooking. I'm doing my dinner. This is what I'm cooking. No effort, no thought, no nothing. Anywho, if you got to the end with me, whoop whoop, congratulations. We did 4.5 hours, near enough. And I will see you in the next one.